Hey guys, BreakWizard59 here, today coming at you with another awesome LEGO custom car review. As today we're taking a look at my LEGO Aston Martin DB5. Now this of course is the famous vehicle of James Bond, the British super spy, and this actually made its very first appearance in 1964's Goldfinger, as this was actually the very first James Bond spy car made in the movie series. And of course it's a very iconic vehicle, as it has definitely gone down in the history books and made some other appearances in movies like Thunderball, GoldenEye, and even Skyfall. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome vehicle. Alright, so before we get into a review of the actual car, I want to let you know that this design isn't 100% my model, as the base design was actually based on the 2016 Bricks by the Bay official event kit, which was again made by Tim Inman. So this is the base car that I ended up building and modifying to make this Aston Martin DB5. So as we just take a quick look, I'll put this here to the side a bit and move James Bond. And this is basically the car. So you can see I definitely did edit quite a bit on the front. Same thing in the back, and I of course added some really cool features. But once again, I thought I'd give credit. Again, this model is made by Tim Inman, which I ended up modifying to make a more accurate and sleek looking Aston Martin DB5. So now without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this vehicle. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this vehicle. So first off, moving out of the way, this is my LEGO Sean Connery James Bond minifigure, as seen here. And he of course has an awesome custom printed bow-tied torso, along with the nice hairpiece and head. And he of course includes his gun. So that's a really cool figure. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the vehicle. So we'll start off here in the very front. Now this was probably the most difficult part of the vehicle to make, and I'll get into that in a bit. Here's a look at the side. So you can see, of course, an overall look at that. You, of course, have the doors and the wheels. Here we have a look at the back. And this was, again, the one, I love this back design in the event kit. So I ended up modifying it a bit, but I give credit. Tim Inman did an awesome job on the back design for this. Moving along to the other side here, you can see we have a look which is exactly identical. And finally, we have a look here, once again, at the front. So now let's go ahead and take a closer look. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the front of the vehicle, which is probably, again, the most difficult part of the vehicle. Because I'll put an image of the Aston Martin DB5, but it has that really iconic curved front piece. And again, this was the one that they had done in the model, which wasn't really accurate, so I ended up changing it up. Now this was really difficult to make, as I had to use some pretty advanced techniques. So first off, the actual front piece here is actually made using some cheese slopes, and then a 1x6 plate on the bottom. But what was really challenging was actually getting these tiles. So if you have a look at the tiles, they're actually slanted on top of the cheese slopes, and that was a really difficult task. Even though it may not look like it, it definitely took quite a bit of time to make. You can see on the back I had to use a pretty advanced technique with some tiles and lightsaber pieces to actually get it to stay put, and it's pretty much made using friction, so it's not completely connected, but because of the friction these pieces stay on. But it's really looking nice. Of course, here in the front, this is a custom printed tile that we included in the event kit, and I ended up keeping that on my model. So it says BBTB, which is Bricks by the Bay, and then 007. And now, as we take a look, a lot of curves to the vehicle. It's a really sleek vehicle on the front, so a ton of different curves to give it that sleek look. And of course, it was difficult going from that tile slant to the curved section. Definitely wasn't the easiest part, but wait, there's more. Of course, this is a spy car, so of course there are spy features in this vehicle, and this is where the very first one comes up. All you need to do, just pop this piece open, like so. Very simple. And inside we have our first hidden feature. So what you need to do, as we see here, you just lift it up like so, move it over like so, and voila. So you could see here we have a secret machine gun. So give you a better look at that. But this is again a Brick Arms machine gun head, and I think that looks really nice. Again, this is in our secret compartment here. So anytime James Bond needs to break something down, shoot a few bad guys, he can remove his concealed gun. And to put it down, all you need to do is just fold it back in place like so, and it goes back inside. Just place the tile, which is connected by that one stud, on top, and there you go. So now, once again, the weapon is concealed, and it looks once again like a normal Aston Martin DB5. So there's a look at the front, and now let's go ahead and take a look at the sides. Alright, so here we have a look at the side of the vehicle. You of course have your two doors, which open up like so, and then there's a better look at the windshield design, which is actually just made using tiles. And one cool feature here is you can actually lift open the back of the car, so it gives you better accessibility to the inside. So on the inside here, we of course have our two seats here, and then our steering wheel and a speedometer. And then on the middle of our two seats, we of course have our stick shift gear right there, and then a cool control panel. Now if you've seen Goldfinger or any of the James Bond movies, you always know that he has a cool control panel inside his car to control his gadgets, and that is what is shown by that stickered piece over there. Again, that is one of my custom designs. So once again, then you just fold it open for the doors. Now here's where our second little feature comes in. The original vehicle had of course just 3 tiles stuck together, but what I did was I added a bit of a secret compartment. So all you need to do is open up this like so, and you can see inside you get James Bond's briefcase and gun. So it's a bit tough to see, so go ahead and take it out. You can see there. And again, those went inside the cool compartment. So that's a nice little secret feature. And then you of course just close it up like so. So there's a look at the interior. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the vehicle. And finally, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the back of this vehicle. So one thing I really like is that they use these Technic parts to make the headlights, and I thought that was a really cool design. But it was a bit inaccurate, as if we look at the instruction manual, you could see what happened is that these headlights are sticking out a bit too much in terms of the accuracy of the real car. So I ended up extending this portion here by 1 plate, and I think that really adds a bit of accuracy in terms of size. Over here you could see we have these sloped parts here. Now I didn't have a 2x2 slope in this color, so I ended up just using the printed one that they had given me in the kit. But here's where another cool spy feature is, and this is actually with our license plate. So what you can do, you just need to lift the license plate like so, and in come the spikes. So you can deploy road spikes from this cool license plate area, and that's another really cool feature. Your license plate closes up like so. So James Bond needs to stop his enemies, he can just deploy his road spikes. So that's another really cool feature, and that's actually going to do it for the look at the back of the set. And lastly, I just wanted to bring quick attention to the wheels of the vehicle. Now the actual set, which is seen here, you could see the wheels are different, as they ended up including these type of wheels. But I ended up switching them out for these wheels, which were available in the Indiana Jones set, and these are definitely a lot more accurate, as you could see with the detailing, to the Aston Martin DB5. And of course, it moves very, very well. No friction with the hubcaps, and it really looks nice. So there's a look at the wheels. Alright, and that's going to do it for the review of my James Bond Aston Martin DB5. So of course, if you enjoyed this video, liked all the cool spy features like our hidden gun, our spikes, and our secret compartment, definitely give this video a thumbs up, as it did take some time to modify and make this car a bit more accurate. And definitely subscribe and check out some of my other LEGO James Bond customs. For example, I have made all the James Bond actors in minifigure form. I'll have a link to that video down in the description below. With here, of course, we have Sean Connery's James Bond. I have some of the other ones, all the other ones in that video. So definitely check that out. Link will be in the description below. So thank you so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned for more customs and reviews coming very, very soon. This is BirdWizard59, and I'll see you all next time.